Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Stripped Back with Daisy Delight, where I am doing my very, very best to unpack the Sydney burlesque scene one rhinestone at a time. And if you are listening to this episode, congratulations. You are listening to my Road to Mx Burlesque series, where every week I'm interviewing either somebody who is competing in this year's Mx Burlesque or a reigning champ from last year. And this week I am interviewing none other than the gorgeous Jackel Doll. How are you going, Jackel?
Oh, kia ora, everyone. How you doing?
It's an absolute honor to have you on the show. Can I just say,
oh, you're being too kind.
genuinely no. Like I've been looking at all of your social media profiles, all the things that you have on the interwebs, and my God, you've like talk about an incredible rap sheet. You've won multiple awards in both burlesque and drag. I probably am missing things, but just to rattle off a few, you were the first place in Stage Queen Pro this year.
Yes.
You performed on the main stage of Sydney Mardi Gras. You were in the Slay to Stay competition in 2023, where you were the first runner-up.
Yeah.
And you were also Miss Nude Sydney Entertainer of the Year 2024.
That's correct, you.
Christ almighty. Like,
look, she likes to dance upon on the show for the people, all right?
what can we say? She loves to dance.
I like to entertain people, you know.
Actually,
what I'm here for.
Speaking of entertaining as well, I might have gone a bit too deep, but also you used to be a rapper.
Yeah, that's right.
Holy shit. Is there anything you haven't done?
I've had many hats, babe. I just kind of threw everything at the wall and see what stuck, because I knew I always wanted to be an artist, but I didn't know what my journey of an artist was yet. So I was like, I'm just going to try everything and see how I feel. It's ADHD in me, babe. I was like, no, next. Okay, cool. Like that one, cool. And with makeup as well. Makeup just stuck. And burlesque and drag, just my heart, my little heart. I love it so much.
God, that's right. I haven't even mentioned that you're a fantastic makeup artist who's worked with like basically everybody who's anybody in the scene. So yeah.
Yes, my favorite thing that I've done is I put Spanky Jackson in drag for an awards ceremony that she was in.
Oh my God.
And it was like the most stressful, but I kept my cool, girl. But I was like, oh my God, Spanky Jackson. And because we're both Kiwis as well, like I feel like a little extra special connection to her as well. So yeah.
God damn. Yeah, no, it's incredible. And now you're doing Mx Burlesque this year, which is just whew.
Yes. I'm so excited.
So let's just go straight back to the beginning then. What was your first ever exposure to burlesque?
Well, I actually started out stripping in clubs as well. So when I was 18, on my 18th birthday, I went to a strip club and I was like, oh my God, these girls are so delicious and amazing and so powerful, and it's so inspiring.
Yeah.
Just seeing the women on stage be like, yeah, I'm gonna take the power back, Henny. I was like, yes, bitch. So that was kind of like my first introduction to stripping as a whole. And then I moved to Australia when I just turned 19. And then I just started looking at all the beautiful gorgeousness of burlesque that the Sydney scene had to offer. And I was like, wow, like everyone's just so beautiful and rhinestone out. I wonder if I could ever do that. And yeah, it took me a while to get my little bearings here, but girl, she came with a vengeance.
Oh, absolutely you did.
So yeah.
Oh my God. So was there anyone in particular that you remember seeing that was like, wow, I want to be like that?
Memphis.
Oh,
for sure, Memphis. And I remember when I started doing makeup, I had got a chair in a local salon and I wanted to do a little shindig opener for it, and I booked Memphis as well.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, can you wear your biggest, loudest costume you have? And she was like, yeah, girl. And she came, and oh my gosh, I've got the video actually of her performing there, and she just brought the house down, as I knew she would. But yeah, I've always been a big fan of Memphis. And then obviously Kelly being with like Red Light Confidential and everything like that, seeing her, I was just like, wow. So to be in a competition that they're putting together is just like mind blowing.
I know. It would be like an absolute full circle moment for you.
Oh, 100%, babe. Because I look up to these women. I'm like, girl. And now I'm on the stage. Come on, girl.
Literally. So sorry, let me just get the timeline correct in my head. So were you doing drag first, or was it burlesque, or what was your
honey, I don't know. There's so many titles. Look, she put on a show, and it's whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. But my love for drag has been eternal. Oh. So I just didn't know that burlesque could encompass elements of drag for a while. Like I just thought it was kind of like your classic showgirl Vegas vibes.
Yeah.
And then I went to a couple of local scenes and I was like, babe, like this is funny. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you can put elements of humor in burlesque. Like I didn't know. Like, and now
Yeah.
it's just the doors have swung open. I'm like, right, girl, sit down. I'm gonna put on a show for you.
Sit down, Jackel's here.
Teeth.
So after you decided that you wanted to do burlesque, did you go to classes? What was the path from there?
Well, I'm mostly self-taught, babe. So
Amazing.
everything that I've learned, I learned in a strip club or at a gay nightclub
Love it.
or hanging around gay men. And they're like, nah, girl, do it like this. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then there's elements of that still in me right now. So when I do classes, I've done a couple of workshops. I did one with Kelly. I've done one with a lovely dancer called Jules. I did one with Sheena and like just a couple of other frickle ones here and there, but I really want to like dive head first into the and I don't know how graphic I can get, but you get what I mean. Head first into burlesque world and just
Absolutely.
train myself up a bit more with my like dancing moves and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
just kind of like finesse them a bit more to make them a bit more polished. But I still want to keep like the element of like where I came from as well. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's part of what makes you so unique as a performer is that you do bring those drag elements into your performance and it's so
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah, 100%, babe. I just love having fun and I just want to polish myself up a little bit more. And then with like the actual classic moves of burlesque as well. Yeah. So then I have those elements too. So then it's like the world's my oyster, you know?
Absolutely. Just upskilling all the way. We love that.
Yeah, girl.
So how did you get your performer name? I was going to say burlesque name, but you've used this name for many different things.
Babe, I've been Jackel since I was 15 years old.
Wow.
Yes. So Jackel was okay. Let's rewind the tapes, honey. All right. Back in high school, did you ever go through like an emo or like scene kid phase?
A little bit.
Yeah. And you know how they had those names and it was like, what was it like? Amy Anarchy or like Sally Suicide or whatever.
Yeah.
I was Jessica Jackel.
Oh.
So my friend, there's not a lot of adjectives with J. So my friend Jared was Jared Jealousy, and that's the only like J thing that I could think of. And I was like, damn, it's already taken. So I vividly remember going on my friend's computer, and it was like one of those big ass computers back in the day.
Yeah.
And being like, adjective starting with J. And then I don't know why, but like Jackel came up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll use that. But I accidentally spelt it wrong.
Oh.
So I accidentally spelled it Jackel instead of AL, like the animal. And then a word was created and it was born.
You're just like accidental branding right there.
Yes. So yeah, everyone just started calling me Jackel for short because instead of Jessica Jackel, like the whole thing. And it just like stuck, hey.
I love
it.
And
then I added the doll on probably like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Because my best friend Mitchell Doll, he has helped me a lot to train me with dancing and stuff like that. And so we had like a little house together called the Dolls. Yeah, and he just like, I brand you the doll. And I was like, right, seems fitting.
That's beautiful. So it's your family name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that.
Yeah.
I love how you have origins and like the MySpace, era. That's so cool.
I'm still banking on my scene kid phases. Thank you. I had no idea that day that I was creating a legacy.
Literally. I'm sad that I didn't stalk you hard enough. I'm like, could have gone all the way back to like the side fringe pictures and stuff.
Oh my gosh, girl. I had a mohawk at one time.
Holy
like
shit.
Full shave on the sides, like full punk rocker. Like I used to play bass guitar in a band when I was like 16 years old. Like she's done it all, girl.
Oh my God. You've lived multiple lives. I love it.
Yeah. I'm just like, life is for living. Let me do the damn thing.
Yeah. I love it. So what was your first ever, oh God, how do I even go about asking this question? Because when I ask it, I go, what is your first ever solo act? But for you, it's like, where do we begin?
I don't remember when I was a child.
Yeah. What did you do?
So I did tap and jazz classes when I was a kid and drama classes as well.
Yeah.
So I used to do little troops when I was a kid and I've still got the photos. But I don't like solo. I don't know. Like it's lost in the abyss, girl. I don't know.
It's okay.
moving on from dancing as a kid, I think that it's really interesting how you still have a lot of that childlike wonder in your performances. I think specifically with the subject matter that you choose to look at too.
Because I know your Snow White act is a
Yes.
freaking iconic act.
Thank you.
You've also done the Wiggles and Poison Ivy.
Yeah, anything that makes me feel like connected to my inner child makes me feel so happy. And I just want to like delve headfirst into Jess. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like for so long I performed as Jackel, and I felt like, let me do a show that I think other people would like. But last year is when I really took off, because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do stuff that makes me happy as Jess. And I feel like Snow White, that was the first time. Oh, I just kicked my makeup brushes. Sorry.
You're all good.
I feel like last year, Snow White, that was the first time Jess ever performed.
Aww.
That was the first time that I showed my heart and my soul, and I was just silly on stage. I wasn't trying to be the hot bitch anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why it hit so bad.
Yeah.
Like, totally. That's why people connected with it, because they could just see the vulnerability in me and the inner child in me. Yeah. And then I learned so much from that performance, and I was like, oh, like it was a bit like a Dorothy moment. You had it all along, Toto, sort of vibes.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, girl. Okay, now I'm learning. And that's why, like, the drag community is so, like, I just ride for them so hard, because they took me in and they were like, no, babe, like, we want to see you. And I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. And they kind of, like, fostered that within me. And because of that, like, I'm the performer that I am today because of that. And that was only last year, babe.
Wow.
So, like, yeah, I've done all of this, but the first time I've really felt like, oh, this is my heart and soul on stage is since then.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
How did the idea for Snow White come about?
Okay, so for Slay to Stay competition, which is the drag competition at Universal, it goes for 3 months long, right?
Wow.
And so like 30 drag queens auditioned, and then 12 got picked. And I was actually a wild card. Like, I wasn't even meant to be in it. Damn. But I think I was just like, oh yeah, let's put the girl in, so we have a well-rounded cast. And I know that's the team. But anyway, so they put me in. They're like, oh yeah, girl, whatever. Thinking that I was gonna get voted off first week, but no. Anyway, so one of the weeks you had to put together a Disney themed drag show for it. And so I was like, I kind of already look like Snow White with the black hair and the fair skin and like the way I can do my makeup and stuff.
Absolutely.
And I was like, how funny would it be if like the different dwarfs were different sex toys? And I was thinking, the first idea was like one of them comes along and then they like drop a suitcase or something or a sack on stage, and the dildos are in there, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? And then I remembered my friend Mai had actually built a well for the Grudge themed pole dancing show.
Oh my god.
So she already had it, and I was like,
wow.
I was watching like references on YouTube for Snow White, and I saw that she has the wishing well at the start, and then my brain just like had a genius, like, get fucked. Yes, bitch. And then the dildos come out. Yes. And so we were cooking, and I had my partner who lives with me. The poor guy had to listen to this show idea for so long. Shout out to all the partners of artists. You don't get enough credit. So it was a collaboration effort of all the people that I love, you know, me, my partner, like, and we all just came together, and I was so excited to perform that night because one of the judges was dressed as the evil queen.
Oh, perfect.
And she like looks me up and down. She's like, you better bring it. And I was like, girl, you have no idea what I'm about to give you. And before I got on stage, one of the comments a judge made beforehand was like, oh, we want to see like a storyline. You know, we want to build up. And I was like, oh, I'm about to bend you guys over. And girl, it was the first time I ever got a standing ovation in my entire career. And I cried like a bitch. I cried so hard because like I said before, it was me showing Jess on stage. Yeah. And it was like, you love me. You really love me. Like, I should have just done this the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so absolutely. That was a really like poignant moment in my life where I was like, right, from now on, your motherfuckers just get Jess.
Yeah.
But under the Jackel Doll brand.
Oh, that's so bloody sweet. And so I'm assuming that you won that night.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I did win that night, and that was the show that I won Stage Queen with as well.
Oh,
So she hasn't been beaten. So hopefully
hopefully.
she pulls through for me for some MX. Because I'm gonna upgrade it a little bit, make it a bit more. I won't say too much because you guys got to come along in the night. But yeah, Snow White's gonna come for you.
Exciting. Man, so is that so I'm assuming that would also be the favorite act that you've ever done, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, that's that question ticked off. Let's move on. So do you have something that you would consider to be your biggest onstage fail?
Yes, so tripping on things.
Oh.
So I did this. So I did my Poison Ivy act for the grand final of Puff Duff Next Drag Superstar. And me and my backup dancers thought it'd be real cute to like have a moment where we use the boa as like a jumping rope.
Oh god.
And I did. I cleared it the first time, and they were like, "Yes!" And then the second, girl fell. Girl. That's right. She still came second that night, but still, I was like, okay, I'm not jumping over nothing in my shows anymore, girl. These feet are planted firmly on the ground.
Please don't tell me you're wearing pleasers or something like that.
Of course I was, honey.
Oh
no. It's all right. I played it off real cute because I had my leaves fan with the smoke afterwards. So I was like, all right, that's fine. Enjoy that fail, but here's a little something for you to make up for it.
I'm just glad that you didn't break an ankle or something.
Oh no, I've never broken anything, touch wood.
Holy shit. Wow, well done.
Thanks, babe. I know, considering the shit that I do. Very impressed.
I love it. Oh man, that's so cool though. I love the creativity of using the power as a jump rope as well.
Oh, I try because when I come up with my concepts for my shows,
yeah,
I think about something and I'm like, has this been done before? Have I seen this on stage?
Yeah.
If the answer's no in my head, like, then I'll do it. But if I've seen something, I'll be like, I'm not going to do it because I try and do stuff that people haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes it interesting for me, as an audience member.
Yeah. Just to see something absolutely wild.
And if it has been done before, I didn't see it. So
yeah. Plead ignorance to that one.
Yes.
So do you have a favorite costume that you've ever worn?
Let me go into my costume room.
Get a live update.
Yes, live update. I'm gonna say Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
That one just because it's so well made, and like every leaf is like detailed. She like created it herself, out of felt, and then dyed it, and then put rhinestone in it, and it took her fucking ages. Shout out OMG Lindell.
Oh yes,
she's the queen. But yeah, and then the feather boa, sorry, not feather, it's material that goes with it. So stunning.
Oh my god.
Stunning.
Yeah. And the pictures of you in that are freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, I love the wigs as well. Shout out Ivory Glaze.
Oh, yes.
So that's another thing from the drag community is like they taught me how to put wigs on, how to pad, like make my makeup a bit better, So all of this I can add into the burlesque melting pot and feed to you children.
Oh, I love it. Actually, yes. One thing I've always wanted to know, what is the secret to keeping a wig stuck on your head firmly?
Make sure it's the right size, first of all.
Oh.
Because they come in different sizes.
I didn't even know that.
I found out that the hard way because I bought wigs for drag queens and I have a little baby head. And then they have clips on either side and then one at the back. And then you want to put your wig cap on and then make sure the clips go underneath the wig cap.
Gotcha.
And then you want to cut the lace and secure it with spirit gum glue. And you can do that by getting a little pair of pantyhose and like pressing it against the lace. And that will make it melt a bit better. And then just making sure it's glued down, girl.
Yeah.
Because I have lost the wig before. pre being taught. But ever since then, she's not gone anywhere.
What do you do when you lose a wig on stage?
You just keep going, bitch. Yeah. You pull off that wig cap. You fucking pull out your hair if there's a little ponytail. And you just go for gold because only you find it embarrassing, right? And if you are like, I'm not embarrassed, then the audience gets back on your side. And they're like, yeah. Like the amount of times I've had a ponytail swing out of my hair You know, the clip-in ones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it like flings out. I'll pick it up with my hand and like put it like a helicopter around my head and then like kick it off stage and be like, yeah. Like if you're not afraid to look like a fool, then the audience falls in love with you.
Love
Because it's
that.
only embarrassing if you think it's embarrassing, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
extremely true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have something that you would consider to be your signature move when you're on stage?
My facial expressions, I would say.
Yeah.
I dance with my face first.
Yeah.
And that's why I love lip syncing so much. I just love it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not for my classic in Mx Burlesque.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I've got a little challenge for myself. I'm like, can I lip sync without lip syncing? Do you know what I mean? Like with my facial expressions, give the illusion that I'm saying the word without actually doing it.
That's cool. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna like make you feel like I'm saying the words without moving my lips. I don't know. It's something that I'm just thinking of, touching on.
Yeah.
It's here nor there, but just an idea at the moment.
Do you have a favorite song to lip sync to?
Man, I feel like a woman by Shania Twain.
Oh, of course.
Bro, every time in Snow White, when a let's go, girls, and you just stare at the audience and they're like, give it to us, and then you're like, yeah, right. Hello. And then the reveal comes off. Yeah, it feels so powerful when that happens. I feel like I could kick in a swinging door, eh? Like, come on, girls.
Literally, something about that "Let's go, girls." It really is a call to action.
It's just, I don't know. It like breeds out something inside of us women that are like a fucking animal call to the wild.
Legit.
Like, you could be in the bathroom at a nightclub and that song comes on, you are racing to the dance floor. I don't care who you are. I don't care. You could be a straight guy, gay guy, straight woman, gay woman, anybody under the sun, honey.
Yeah.
Old, young, whoever. That song, bitch, I don't know, it just does something. It's like crack, eh?
Yeah. Let's go, girls. Everything drops everything.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's awesome. So this is a bit of a big question. So who would you consider to be your biggest influence in performing?
Does it have to be a burlesque dancer?
No, it can be anybody.
I'm gonna say Lady Gaga. Hey,
hell yeah!
I've got her face tattooed on my back. That's how much I love that bitch.
Oh,
it's from the paparazzi performance from MTV in 2009 when she did, when she bled and everything.
Yeah,
I just love the theatrics in her shows and the grittiness and the rawness and the powerfulness and how she's not afraid to be like, I don't know if the word masculine is right, but like she just like embodies everything, like both sides, shade and light, and she's just like, and you can just see the fire, the passion in her eyes when she performs.
For sure.
And she may not be like the technically best dancer or anything like that, but you just want to be up there with her because she's having so much fun and she just believes in her shit so much. And like all her ideas are so like out of the box, but she just stands by them so hard because she's like, yeah, I like being weird, like, and just, I don't know, everything about her, bro, I just love so much.
God, she is incredible. And can I say, like, that 2009 performance is just so freaking iconic.
Oh, bro. The fact that Katy Perry beat her in the award for best, like, moment in MTV, I was like, sorry. I love you, Katy, but Gaga had that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think anybody's done something as iconic.
And I love just how in your face she is with that. Like, she's like, I want to show you what the death of a pop star looks like. And I was like, yeah. Like, make us feel something. Like, art is meant to be like such a broad spectrum, and I just feel like people just want to be hot and sexy like I did before I let myself go, you know, and I let myself free to the art. Yeah. And now I'm just like, I'm just gonna do what I think is cool, and I feel like she just did that from the jump, and that's why I respect her so much. Because back in the day, man, like, she was so ahead of her time even then.
Absolutely.
Like, Poker Face came out when she was like 21 or something like that.
Oh my god.
She's nuts.
Yeah.
And she just believes in herself so much and who she is, what she stands for. And I just fuck with it so heavy.
Oh, that's so cool. And you literally have a tattoo on your back of her.
Of her face, yes.
That's gorgeous. I love that so much. Oh, so do you have any advice for new performers getting into the scene?
Slow down. Girl, and that's coming from me. And I was a fast dancer because, you know, you get nervous. Yeah. And you feel like you need to fill up the space and be you need to dance fast in order to give people entertainment. But I found the most power on stage is when you can just be present in the moment and let people feel your energy and just look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's something I only learned this year, man.
Yeah.
Because I used to be so fast, but now I'm like, you know what I enjoy is when someone's like, oh, you know, when Michael Jackson came up and he was like, I don't even need to perform, and he just stood on stage for like 10 minutes, and people were like, yeah, it's like, that's powerful, man.
It is.
So
It
yeah, I just think
absolutely
like be in your power, and like the confidence that comes from that is something that like seasoned performers have. And I
Yeah.
think newer people should take into account that, you know, shade and light in your dances, ladies. Shade and
Oh,
light.
I love that. That's something that I personally am trying to work on in my dancing as well, because I can relate to that. I'm still
Yeah.
a baby, and like, you know, if there's silence or whatever, I'm like, oh my god, I need to keep moving, but it's like, no, calm down.
Like let them digest you,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Let them
yeah,
be like, because people spend so much money on their costumes, but then they dance too fast and you can't really take in the detail of it all.
yeah, right.
And they
That's
just want to
true.
stare at you because you're like this sparkling little gorgeousness.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like, yeah, make them eat it and just know that you're there on stage for a reason because people love you and they want to see you, and you don't fucking give them anything when they want it. If they're like cheer because cheer for me and I'll dance. Like, no, cheer for me and then I'll dance when I want to dance. And there you go. Yeah. Let's give it to them, girl.
I love it. I think, God, one of my friends got her makeup done by you, and I remember her saying to me that you gave her some really good advice, and the advice was dance like a kitten and not a puppy.
Yes, dance like a cat, not a dog.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
like excited little puppy. I used to be, honey. And I
yeah,
still get that sometimes, and that's all right. But
yeah.
then when you dance like a cat, like cats, they create the energy in the room. When you go into a room with a cat, they like look at you and they like suss you out and stuff, and they move in like I know, like a slow, sexy way vibes, like panther vibes, like you're stalking your prey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like when I used to dance like a puppy, I'd be like, oh, let me just entertain you. I'll give you everything. Ha, I'm so happy. I love you guys. Da, 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 da. But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, just be present like a cat. Just move slow.
I love that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Fantastic advice, honestly.
Yeah.
So, how have you been getting ready for MX Burlesque?
So, well, the Snow White show's pretty much done, but the costuming is getting a full revamp, girl.
Oof,
Yeah.
exciting.
And I am taking Kelly's advice and I am making the show more burlesque.
Mm,
I
mm,
will be still keeping my element of drag because that's true to who I am and it's the unique portion of the show. So
of
that
course.
will still be happening. And I have started with my striptease section with my friend Jules, who will be helping me as well. And I'll also be getting Kelly to like look over it when I'm happy with what I've got.
Fantastic.
Make sure that she's like, yeah, cool, that's Billy's speech. Like, yeah, sweet. No lip syncing? No lip syncing. Okay, girl. You know, just a little like professional eye on it.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm very excited because I was like, oh, the striptease song, like, I don't think of myself as like a classic showgirl vibe.
Mm, mm.
But the song that I found encompasses that, but it's very theatrical. And I'm like, oh,
Ooh.
this is me to it too. So I'm very happy and excited because there's no like fillers at all. You know, sometimes you feel like, oh, this show, I really love this show. And this show's great too, but I can't wait to do this show. But both
Yeah.
shows, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fuck. Sorry, I don't mean to queer. I just get so excited.
It's
To
fine.
bend the audience over and no lube. Sorry, Grace. She's going in. And my runway,
Oh my
my
God.
mind is a weird little wonderful place. And I just can't wait to just show you guys this. I don't know. It's like a little 1 minute performance within itself, you know? It's not just me walking around. There's
Oh,
concepts, there's gags.
oh,
With me, there's always a gag, you know?
I love
That's one
it.
of my things I love. I love a good reveal way.
Oh.
You think this, bitch, but no, this, yes.
Fuck yeah, that all sounds so exciting. I can't wait to see what your take on the classical is going to be. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah. Thanks, babe. Yeah, it's
So,
like a classic with a little jackal innuendos.
yeah. Oh,
Yes.
sick. we're coming towards the end of the podcast. So thank you so much for your time.
Anytime, babe.
Oh,
Anytime.
thank you. So one thing that I like to do on the show before we promote the things that you're doing is we shine a light on somebody else in the scene who's doing something amazing. Is there anyone that you want the listeners to know about who's doing something cool?
They will already know about them because this woman is a bloody icon within herself, and she won Mx Burlesque 2 years ago. Carly Malisi.
Oh,
She has my heart.
Yeah.
Forever. This woman, I idolize this woman. We're both from New Zealand as well. And she did a little reference to the Taniwha, which is Maori folklore, on the stage at Mx Burlesque. And that's when I fell in love with her because I was like, yeah, show me your soul, girlfriend. And I just love her facial expressions when she dances. And I don't know, she's just a little pocket rocket. And I'm just in love with her. So shout out Carly Malisi.
Oh God, she's so freaking incredible to watch. Like
I know.
Her little car sends me.
I know. And just everything. She could do nothing. I literally, one of my favorite performances I've seen many, but my favorite was she did a performance at Puff recently of Katy Perry's Firework, but it was just, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? But the lyric was just fucking repeated the whole time. And she did like an interpretive dance in like a rubbish bag. And I was like, like, this is the cooked shit that I love, you know? But she looks so beautiful doing it. So it's like that juxtaposition of beauty and chaos that I live for. I live for everything she does.
Good. You guys are really sister artists, hey? I feel like there's a lot of overlap there.
Oh, 100%. And she's queer too. So it's like, we're just on the same level.
Yeah. Fucking love it.
Neurodivergent, queer, sexy Kiwi bitches that just love to make you guys laugh. It's our tea.
Love it. Well, best of luck with all of your preparation. No bullshit. I'm extremely excited about what you have to bring. And oh my God, thank you so much for being on the show again. You're an absolute icon. So
I love you guys. Thanks for making me feel like just so like loved and like accepted for who I am as that weird little kid at high school that got bullied. But you know what I mean? Like, it's so nice to be a part of a community that like, no, we love that about you. Yeah. And that's what I love about burlesque and drag is like, it's just such a community of like gorgeous little weirdos that just put on talent shows for each other every week. And we just love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're just supporting, like, yes. Literally, you could go out there and be like, hello, I'm doing nothing. And everyone's like, yes, we love you. Like, it's just so nice because some people didn't have that as a kid. You know what I mean?
It's true. Absolutely.
Yeah, so shout out to the community. I love you guys.
Yeah, literally, we have the best community.
Too.
You do. Well, thank you so much. And I'm sure that I'll see you around the scene. But until then, best of luck.
Good. Thank you, gorgeous. See you later.
See you. Bye.